Before we begin, let me just raise an invisible glass to Sony, actually, for a rather classy response to last week's episode on the PlayStation Vita. Had a lovely little chat with a rep who promised that a load of cool indie games are coming. They're working very hard on that and reaching out to developers, so hopefully we'll see some results there. I certainly hope so. I've been pulling for the Vita for a long time, and you know, it's a bit... I've been waiting for 2 years, so you can't say I'm being impatient, but hopefully stuff's coming, and that would be very nice. So we'll see. Don't let me down, Sony. Otherwise I'll probably just complain on Twitter for a bit. It's not much of a threat, but it's all I've got. So Electronic Arts introduced microtransactions into Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. Considering the game, which retailed for $29.99, had the in-game economy of a free-to-play title, it was fairly obvious that EA was waiting to sell copies before smuggling a freemium economy into a paid retail experience. The response from gamers? Well, some of them. The response was gratitude. Kotaku was among the indebted, declaring "thank goodness" in response to the announcement. Writer Mike Fahey stated that he was absolutely thrilled at the introduction of microtransactions, stating that he had only unlocked 4 characters since launch and therefore could use a little help. Henceforth, we should be thankful that EA extended a helping hand and allowed us to enjoy its game more efficiently. EA itself has seized upon the idea of gratitude, claiming that all Garden Warfare's microtransactions do is give players options. That's all the premium content's there for, guys. Choice. Freedom. God bless EA for helping us cast away our shackles and enjoy the game our way. And let's never mention the fact that all EA's done is create a problem and sell us the solution. Let's never mention the fact that Mike only unlocked 4 characters because that's how the game was designed. Let's never mention the fact that EA never gave us an option to play the game without a freemium angled economy in the first place. Let's never mention the fact that all this is a bunch of smoke and mirrors obfuscating bullshit. Thank goodness. This will make unlocking stuff so much faster. An attitude that completely ignores the fact the length of time to do anything was entirely governed by the game makers and designed with microtransactions in mind. Game design doesn't happen by accident. It's not some force of nature that made unlocking things in Garden Warfare tedious and time-consuming. It's one of the most basic free-to-play psychological tricks, and it's there in a $30 paid experience, battering at the gates of your patience in order to prise open your wallet. Ostensibly, we're expected to be grateful for EA solving a problem EA itself invented just so it could sell us the solution in little bite-sized pieces. To be fair, it's not just the Kotaku article. All that does is perfectly encapsulate the fallacy of gamer gratitude. It's a dismaying attitude to have, and a lot of people have it. I was told by someone else that the microtransactions were a good idea because it gave players with less time more options. Swallowing the whole corporate line hook, line, and sinker. At no point does it not occur to these devil's advocates that the game was designed with cold calculation to waste time to begin with. That is what would need to be fixed if EA truly wanted to help players out, rather than use the options line as little more than a cynical excuse. And it's not just Garden Warfare, where the error of gamer gratitude is being committed. Too many times a game publisher has created its own problems, then revelled in the thanks and pledges of fealty for fixing it. I remember when Ubisoft's shitty always online DRM broke and people couldn't play the games that they paid for. Once Ubi fixed it, gamers were thanking the company as if this issue wasn't entirely the fault of the publisher to begin with. When I stated nobody owed companies their thanks, I was told directly that I should be grateful. Grateful. When a company says its bullshit service that nobody asked for and actively ruins the experience is back online and you can play the game you bought, one should apparently be fucking grateful. No. No, I reject that notion. No, no, no. I should not be grateful when Warner Brothers fixes its broken online passes so people can play the content it held back in Arkham City. I should not be grateful that Capcom ships discs with DLC on it for my convenience. I should not be grateful when a DRM-bound game like SimCity or Diablo 3 finally fixes itself so I can play it several days after I fucking bought it. And yet, there are people out there kissing the arse of these idiots who created their own fucking problems. Look, if you paid someone to build you a house and instead of bricks, the builders used lumps of fucking shit, would you be thankful if they offered, free of charge, to come by and spray Chanel No. 5 on your walls once a week? No, you fucking wouldn't. You'd want them to use bricks in the first fucking place, not shit. Not shit in your house, people. Shit And EA would charge for the Chanel anyway. This is a call for self-respect, my friends. Please, please, do not be thankful when someone makes you a shit brick house and sprays perfume on it. Do not be thankful when someone stabs you in the hand and says they could have stabbed you in the neck. We owe no debt to those who contrive problems on fucking purpose and offer similarly contrived solutions, or who fix broken elements of features that exist solely for the publisher's benefit and not the consumer's, because that's what they're betting on. They think you're fucking stupid. You're not. Just remember, no matter what kind of friendly face they put on, these publishers aren't your friend. A lot of these people aren't your friend. These people who claim to be giving you choices, options, speaking up for you, they're not looking out for you, they're looking out for themselves. All of them. Except me. I'm your friend. You can trust me. I'm the only friend you've got. I told you before, you can't trust anyone in King's Land in Sansa. Come with me on a boat, and I'll take you to the Eyrie. Thank God for me.